Well, hello everyone. I am in one of my courses and I want to share some things about Blackboard. So this will work in your course. You may be in a different one or any of them in Blackboard. So we're working in Blackboard Ultra. And one of the features that I want to point out, do you see this search feature? It's kind of hidden, but if I click search, I can search for a topic. Now let me search for something. And when I search for it, here are all the items that mention that, which is pretty cool. I can find things easily. Now, in my brain, I thought I can click this X over here to get rid of the search, but you actually have to go down and do clear search. Okay. Now, while I'm in here, my content is scrolling down on the left. I can see everything by week, my welcome and start here, and then the resources for the course and each week as we go. So that's how we're going to be working through the content. Now, when I go into the welcome and start here section, there's some things I can do. I notice the review the syllabus. Now, if I click and review the syllabus, I see my syllabus and I can click the drop down, which will take me into the syllabus. Now, these four arrows will make it full screen, and then I can click a plus sign at the top to bring that in so I can see it better, and click the four arrows again to get in it. That's how I'm viewing things in a Blackboard. However, there's another way to look at documents, and I want to go into our content. So I'm going to pick a week. Now, under learning materials, if I click there, you can see I have a PowerPoint presentation. Now, I could click that drop down arrow to view it. Just so you know, when you're viewing PowerPoints, the three dots, there's an option to download it. The PowerPoints will go much better if you do that. The fonts will turn out and the animations will work. So that's just as an FYI to everybody on that. Okay. So as you're going through materials, and I'm going to start over, let's pretend we're working on this. Actually, I'm going to pick a different week. You'll notice these circles here are empty. Now, when I click into learning materials, it's giving me my materials, and then I can go through these. You'll notice there's a next button, so I could go to the next thing, and then I can go to the next thing and back and forth. So there's a couple of ways you can navigate. You can either use the next buttons or you can click and choose what you want to open. You'll notice after I've clicked on something, the circle becomes half filled. Now, you'll notice right here now, the ones I've clicked on, it says 3 of 7 started. To get these to be marked as finished, I can click in that box and it now is marking it finished. So now I've seen 1 of 7 completed. So I can go through and click those. So you can keep track of that yourself and then you'll have a good understanding of that. So that's how you'll navigate and use the content for this course. Up at the top on the left, you'll see the content button, which is where we're at. I can click into the calendar for the course and see when my office hours are if you need to get in touch with me and when our course is meeting. Excuse me. There's a place to view announcements. Right now, there's no announcement to view here. If there's any discussions, and then the grade book. There is another video on how the grade book works. So I'm going to ask that you look at that, and then a section for seeing and sending messages. What's great about the messages is if you have the Blackboard app loaded on your computer or on your phone, you can view messages and get notifications. So that's a great way for us to communicate, and they'll appear here. So that's how that will work. On the right, you'll see my name and you'll see there's an email link there that'll take me right into where you could email me. So that's a really neat thing to do. As you look on the bottom, if this is an in-person class, you will see our course schedule. If it's online, you won't see a course schedule there because you can work on your own. So those are some of the pieces of working in Blackboard Ultra. If you need any help, please reach out. Thanks.